Hello and welcome to our video. Today we're looking at this June 2022 Toyota Hilux double cab. This is the 2.8 D4D Auto Invincible X, so top of the range. Also has the Toyota HARDTOP with the GULWING openers on the side. Now the vehicle was covered just 28,311 miles. Finished in Galaxy Black and one owner from new. This is a VAT paid but no VAT to claim back. Basically, the person that owned the vehicle was bought it out of their company and it's no longer VATable. And has full service history, 2 independent stamps, and we have just serviced it with Toyota and given it the bigger service with the diff oil change, which I'll show you. It's over there on the table, ready to show you. So as always, the whole vehicle has been machine polished, detailed to a really high level. We've put some great extras and lovely features on the vehicle. The idea here is that no matter whether it's a car, a pickup truck, everything is presented and prepared to the best of our ability. And I'm going to start off at the front here. Now straight away you'll notice we have got the Predator, I had to remind myself spoiler bar, which gives a bit of protection down at the bottom there if you're going through the country and you're going through maybe fields and there might be like bits of small branches, etc. And then we've got the bonnet guard up on the top. We've also fitted headlight guards and tail light guards to protect the headlights and the tail lights. Coming close, you can see there's no damage on these trims or anything. All of the plastics move around. Now on the 22 plate, they moved over to the 360 cameras. We've also got adaptive cruise control. Just want to show you just how clean the front is. And if you look at all the silver and all the black plastics, there are no scratches or any damage on there. We look down the side of the vehicle, it's all nice and true, no damage. There's no damage on the wheels. We will show you the wheels in a little bit. Right now, I just want to focus on the front here. Now, there are just a couple of minor, I think they were like a millimetre. There was 1 or 2 tiny little chips that we've touched in. I think they're just catching the light. That might actually be dust, oh no. That we've touched in. Other than that, the bonnet is so dusty. There's so much dust coming in from outside. We've just wiped the car over. But look at that lovely glossy finish. Really nice and clean. The windscreen as well, no damage, no cracks. Obviously got the JBL sound system as well at this age. That came off on the 23 plates and was replaced by rear heated seats. All of the roof, really nice condition. And when I say that, there's no bird dropping stains and there's no dents. We've got the wind deflectors on the side, the nice flush ones. Mirror caps, we've got the cameras under the mirrors there as well. Just going to show you down this side of the vehicle. Really nice and clean. And also the side steps, they're all nice. There's no damage on them. We've already had a look around the car to check everything. Just going to pan out to give you a side profile. So there you have it. I really like the fact that the headlight guards sort of match all the other trim. And if you go to the rear, it takes away some of the red. So it looks a little bit, I don't know what the word was. Stealthy. There you go, there's a word from Dan, stealthy. I agree with that. Let's take you in. Now we're going to be looking not just at the wheels, but look at the mud guards. The wheel arch guard, sorry. No damage. Got a good set of Bridgestones on here as well. Plenty of tread. We've got keyless entry and exit by pressing the button. Now there's a hairline little scratch here, very tiny, and we've put a little bit of paint in it, and then we're going to flatten and polish that back so it'll be hardly noticeable when we finished. Let's just come back out and see, really nice condition. Again, nothing nasty around the filler cap there. All of the axle. So what we do with the axles on all of these and the tow bars, we have a rust. You get like little rusty marks. If you've been looking at pickup trucks, you know what I'm on about. And we've got a rust converter paint. You put it on and it neutralizes any little rusty marks before we spray them. Because what we don't want to do is just sort of like tidy it up and then it sort of comes through later. This one, incidentally, doesn't have a tow bar. However, if you want a tow bar, we can get them fitted and we can fit the same sort of style and design as they come with from Toyota. So we've got front and rear parking sensors, rear camera. Show you, there's no dents on the tailgate either. As you can see, no damage on these rear bumper corners. That's another area that a lot of vehicles get damaged, and there's nothing on these plastics. So nothing's been damaged. You see? So let's move around. Just going to show you the wheels and the wheel arches on this side. That side step. No damage on the door edges either. Mirror cover. Coming close to the door handles now. So if there was anything to point out, I would obviously show you. So there we go, that's the driver's side view. Okay, now where shall we go next? I think we'll move on to under the bonnet, where we can show you another feature. So usually I would have to ask for Dan's help to lift the bonnet because they're very heavy. So we'll open this up. We're going to come round to the front. So one-handedly, where's the latch? There it is. As you can see, I've done that with one hand. If you've ever lifted one of these before, you'll know that that probably isn't possible. Not easily anyway. And that is because we fitted bonnet struts. So you've got two strong bonnet struts under there that will hold the bonnet up. You don't even have to put the stabilizer up. And what's nice is you can, if you had to charge the battery or anything like that, you can leave it at any height, etc. I don't know why they don't come like that from new. It's so much nicer. But all nice and clean in there. As I say, just been serviced with Toyota. So these vehicles have a 10-year or 100,000 mile warranty. The first 3 years, you can service the vehicle at an independent garage. And then after those 3 years, you have to service it with Toyota to maintain the warranty. And each year you service it, they will give you another 12 months warranty. So while we're talking about that, let's just head over to this table quickly. And you'll see so zero, oops, not in focus. There you go, zero former keepers, reg number, we've had to stamp everything else out. So 2 independent services, and then this is Snow's Toyota. It's just been done at 28,303, I think it is. And there's the invoice. Prestige Diesels and Sports, 28303, and you will see that this had the bigger service with the gear oil as well. And you can see exactly what we paid. They gave us a little bit of discount because we use them quite a lot. Nice guys there at Snow's Toyota. Always very helpful. So one owner, full service history, and all ready to rock and roll, as they say. So let's take a look inside now. So starting off the door card. Now, I will admit today we've got quite a lot of videoing and pictures to do, and I had a customer this morning and it took a little bit longer than normal to do the finance. So apologies if this is going to be a little bit rushed, but I'm going to try and make sure I don't miss out on anything. So we've got chiller box up here. There's an air vent in the side. We've also got locking wheel nut, books in there. All of the gear shift black gloss has been machine polished, so not all scratchy like you'll see a lot of places. That's had our small detailing mop on there to bring it up nice, as has the climate control screen. So they just get like these little plasticky, sorry, not plastic, they get these small scratches on the plastic where people wipe them. And it's just nice. If you put the time and effort into the vehicle, you can make it really nice. No damages. You can see all the levers lovely. Center armrest. There's also a 100-watt 2-pin plug in there. Okay, let's open up the back. All nice in here. There's a very minor little line there, scratch, whatever you want to call it. You could try and put something in to hide it, but it's just an honest little mark. It's insignificant, to be honest with you, on the grand scale of things, but the idea is to be transparent. Now, these seats, unlike the new ones, because this is where they're putting the battery for the mild hybrid system, these lift up. You can tether them with these around the headrests. Also, there's an ISOFIX clasp in the middle for the child seat. You've got a bit of storage, if I can do this one-handed, under here. The other side has the jack and the tools. Oh, Dan, could you just, I'm going to leave that for Dan because the seat belt has just dropped down behind. So yeah, thanks Dan. While we're here, we turn these. Cheers, Dan. And that's how the side windows open up. Now, what I have noticed, if you needed to, if you had a dog that you were putting in the back, you could put these catches like so, and they would sit on these plastic bits here. But you then have to tether with a bungee cord. We open up the back here. I'll come back to that. Right, I'm going to open this and then let go. Because it has the lift and damper kit that we fitted. It's not a Toyota one. This side is, one side is a damper. I can't actually make out which side it is on this. And one is the lifting. So when you go to lift, you can just lift it with your fingers. Going back to that window, is you could put a bungee around these and tether them to the hooks, or the U-brackets, I think as they're called. Got a light up on the top, you've got sliding windows at the front. You do the same with this side. It's got the liner in there as well, Toyota one. Now you always get the odd little scratch along here, but there's nothing nasty on there. And you can also put plastic, a plastic trim. There is actually a plastic vinyl M3 piece of seal, which is where those scuffs are actually on the plastic, not the paintwork. And if we look up here, all this is in really nice condition. None of the rubbers are damaged, so that's all nice. Let's put that down. We've got the keys for the back as well. Okay, so let's come round. Door card on this side, just to show you where we are. Obviously child locks as well on these doors. Now these vehicles still have the commercial tax on them as well, just in case you're wondering, with the new laws that have changed. God help what this government are doing to this country. I've just spoke to the guy across the road who does a lot of fabrication and stuff. He has no customers, and all this steel stuff and all these tariffs have killed his business immediately. It's disgusting what's going on. So all nice and clean in there. All of the headlining, again, we've got some hooks up there for your jacket. Nice handle to grab hold of as you get in. As I say, keyless entry again on this side. Driver's door card. Just trying to get the lighting right. All nice and clean. These plates, incidentally, they get scratches on the minute they come out the showroom. They are there, they are scuff plates basically for the seal. They are to stop the paintwork getting scuffed, and they're aluminium, and you can change them. I think they're about £225 for a set of 4, which is quite expensive, I think. Or you can alternatively get sets that don't say Hilux. I think they might say something else on them. Independent places if you want to replace them at some point in the future. All of the steering wheel, lovely condition. Driver's seat, electric seat on the driver's side, airbags, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay on these vehicles. We've got a preheat button down here, front parking sensors, rear view, sorry, that's the camera view, and a DPF. This will start a DPF clean under certain situations, so it won't happen every time you press it, as I've noticed, because I've pressed it several times. The nice thing about these cars, thank you, Dan, is when they do a DPF clean, a little graph comes up on the display in the center here, and you can actually see it clean itself. And if you get to the end of your journey, just pull over, stop, leave the engine running, and it will carry on cleaning itself. Now, I mentioned about cruise control, didn't I? So if we turn the cruise on, we press the button. Obviously, usually we would set the speed, and then this button just here will then set the distance that you want to sit behind the vehicle in front, so you don't have to keep turning the system on or off or adjusting the speed. And the button to the left of it will bring on the lane departure warning, your assist inactive. That's because if we go into settings, that's when, if you don't indicate, it will pull you back into the lane. So we've got that turned off. And then you've got the collision warning, which is on maximum. You can adjust the sensitivity there. Road speed awareness tells you the speed on the road. And the dynamic radar cruise control, which we just showed you, that's all on. And we can go back to here. If you can flick down through these, there's different screens, like so. Add blue, which is full up. Probably done on the service, in all fairness. No damage on this screen, all in really nice condition. All of the black gloss in here is all lovely. You can go into the menu here, you can go into setup, and you can choose whether you want Apple CarPlay, Android Auto to automatically link up. You can also change the color of the display. That doesn't look too bad in the red, I guess. Like so. I think I do prefer it in the blue. I'm stuck in my old ways, they might say. And then we've got dual climate control down here. Turn that off. Heated mirrors, and the bottom of the windscreen is also heated. We've then got heated seats. This is the start stop to turn it off. Hill descent. Got a USB port here, auxiliary, 12 volt sockets on both sides. And then obviously always drive the vehicle in the 2-wheel drive high or high 2. Don't go into high 4 unless you are on a slippery surface, because it will either overheat the diffs and stuff or the transfer box. And to go into low 4 is when you can put the diff lock on. But that's only when you're properly stuck in mud or anything like that. Most people will never have to use it. You'll very rarely need to use any of the 4-wheel drive if you're just, you know, on the road a lot of the time. As I said, this has all been machine polished. Look, you can come back into drive, which a lot of people, when they first get in one of these, they sometimes pull it over to the right, which will put it into, if you look at the top of the screen, S4. See that at the top changing? Make sure it's on the left in normal drive, because that's where you can use it manually, backwards and forwards on the gear stick. Very easy mistake just to pull it all the way back and leave it over here and not realise you put it in manual mode. We've then got eco and power. So if we put, let's turn that cruise off. Eco will bring up the display at the top like so. Press it again, it turns it off. Normal mode now. Power and off. Okay, so what else we got? We've got controls for the radio there. I did mention the plug in there, which is all there. Oh, reverse camera. So we've got 360 view. We can change the lines. You can, if you have a tow bar fitted, you can line up with the tow bar. And if you move the steering wheel, obviously, it's going to show you where it's going to go. Or you can have the full width of the rear view, and look at that, you can see the back of the bumper, so that's really handy. I'll put it into park for a second. I'm going to use this button down here, you know, the picture we showed you of the camera. So when we press that button, that is now the front view. This is the front bumper. There's the Mini, like so. Now auto, what does this do? If you put auto on, when you drop below 10 miles an hour or around about 5 miles an hour, it will bring this screen up automatically. The purpose of being able to turn it off is if you're using a sat nav, you don't want this displayed on there when you want to see which direction you're going. So you can do that as well. Don't really. Now if you press the button again, the camera button down on the right, that will show you the front wheels on the side using the side cameras. You can see this display down here. So let's put it back into park. Clock up there. Got somewhere to put your sunglasses, an SOS button. Side airbags up here. I think we're pretty much there. We're seeing all of what we need to see in there. Let's just grab the key. Excuse me, joggling around. So there we have it, our Toyota Hilux Invincible X Galaxy Black with some really nice features and extras on it, all ready to go, all serviced up. And if you need any finance options, obviously I don't need to try and sell you a warranty because it's got an amazing warranty of the manufacturer on it, but please get in touch and I'm more than happy to help. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Bye now.